Hello, guys. Today we're going to address the elephant in the room. Before we talk about having a French experience of France, let's talk about the France visa. For applicants from several African countries, Schengen visa rejection rates are between 45 to 63%. That is in contrast to the global average of 18%. In this video, I'll try to explain what do these numbers mean and what do they not mean for your visa application, for your student visa application. In this video, I want to address 7 specific points that you have to take care of if you're going to apply for your student visa. These are specific 7 points that you pay attention to, not vague information. And this information is to strengthen your visa application. I'm not an immigration lawyer. I'm not a professional immigration specialist or anything like that. But I have 9 years of lived experience and I'm looking at research. All the numbers I'm giving you is from research, published research. So very quickly, the numbers so you understand the landscape. The global average Schengen rejection rate is around 18%. Several countries see rates far above that. In the 45 to 63% range, this is not isolated to one nationality. It is a broader documented pattern affecting applicants across multiple countries, particularly where passport mobility is lower and income documentation is scrutinized more heavily. By the way, this information is for short stay Schengen visas. That's tourism visas, family visit visas, short term, because there's no published data for long stay visa. But we're going to use this to kind of give us an idea of what to expect for your student application. One thing we can say is that the things that strengthen a short stay visa are likely the same things that would also strengthen a long-term visa. And we're talking about clear documentation, strong financial proof, a credible and specific purpose, very important. They are exactly the same things that will strengthen a student visa application. The category is different. What makes an application strong is not. Researchers who studied this identify 2 structural factors across the board: income levels and what is described as passport power. How much global mobility a passport gives you without scrutiny. Countries with lower passport mobility tend to see harder scrutiny on visa applications generally. That is not about any one individual applicant. This is about a global system. One researcher who studies this put it directly. He says, these high rejection rates are not just administrative, they are symptomatic of deeper issues: inequality, suspicion, and systemic bias. To be fair, on the other side, embassies do actually state that each application is studied on an individual basis and that the purpose, financial means, and demonstrated intent. So both things are true at the same time. There's real individual assessment and there is documented structural pattern that makes that assessment harder depending on where you're applying from. You cannot change the structural pattern. You can control everything about what you submit personally. So here are 7 specific things to get right if you're submitting your student visa application for the first time. Number 1, your Campus France file must be complete before you think of booking an interview date for the France embassy. Most of the time, things that causes delays or refusals are missing documents. So you must absolutely have a complete file with the Campus France before you apply for your visa. Number 2, your bank statement, your proof of funds needs to look unambiguous. What that means is that funds that appear to arrive in your account 3 days before your appointment, and compared to an account where there has been regular income coming into the account for 6 months, it's completely different. If you have a sponsorship, make sure you have a letter from the sponsor, the proof that the sponsor can afford to finance your studies. You absolutely cannot afford for your motivation letter to be vague. Make your motivation letter as specific as possible. Name your program, specify your reason for studying that program, the location, all the steps you have taken to get to this point, how the program is related to what you want to do in life, and make sure your motivation letter is as specific as possible. Generic letters will only win you more scrutiny and suspicion. Number 4, have a clear, concise answer to what will you do after your studies. Have an answer, be prepared to show coherence in your reasoning, because you sounding vague or you sounding uncertain is a soft spot in the interview process. It raises a question mark. You don't have to necessarily prove that you're coming back, but you have to prove that you have a plan for what you're going to do when you're applying for this visa. You're coming to France. What are you coming to do? Why? Another thing, make sure your admission file and your campus France file, make sure they match. The same program, the same dates, the same everything, because any little discrepancy will only generate suspicion. Number 6, book your appointment and give yourself enough time. Do your appointment early enough. Give yourself at least 8 to 10 weeks buffer, so that when you arrive, you are not rushed, you're not stressed. You have at least a month to find your footing when you arrive. Please don't rush into your interview a week before admission. Last but not the least, number 7 point is practice your interview answers before you get to the interview. It's not to memorize it, but it's just the way you deliver it. You have to sound confident in your plan, because when the plan comes from you, you already know the details of it. So you sound confident, and that matters in your interview. That wraps up the 7 points, but I have a quick tip to give to you that can further strengthen your visa application for your studies in France. Learn French, even at the minimum level. If you can attend this interview and show them that you've even gotten to a certain level of French, it shows that not only do you have initiative, but you actually are serious about integrating into your time here. When you're here in France, you really want to integrate. So I have another video giving you little tips and steps. I will link it here so that you can begin to practice and begin to develop your French language learning plan. I had a client some time ago who was refused their visa, and that's how I met the person. The visa was refused. He didn't understand why. So we went through his documents once again, and I was able to coach him through it. He was granted the visa this second time around. And the point is that sometimes 2 eyes are better than one, and there might be things that you might miss that the second eye of someone who has been in France would not miss. And that's why I offer coaching services for those who really want to take the stress and the guessing out of it. I'm not guaranteeing results, but we're going to make a file that is as strong as possible. Offering my service is not a guarantee, but it's you giving yourself a chance to have the strongest possible application before you go to the France embassy, so that your chances of being refused are very low. So if you can always go to my bio, you find a link to book a call with me. And if you want to be coached further and for us to go in depth, everything is in my description. So if you don't know me, my name is Ade. I've been over 8 years in France. I've been navigating the system. I came in as a student, of a master's student with children at the same time. So I'm offering my services, and I try to make videos to help people to have as much information as possible that can help them to have a easier experience when they are landing in France. True, the system is not fair, but you can equally give yourself as high of a chance as possible to obtain your visa. You are not powerless in this process. You will use the information you have to do the very best you can. Use what you know. Use every tool available so you can have a positive experience, a positive outcome. I'll see you in the next video. Don't hesitate to like, to share, and subscribe. If you think this content is useful in any way, support by dropping a comment, saying a hello. I'd really appreciate it. See you in the next video. Bye.